Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you so much for all the kind words, the encouragement, and basically the support you guys have shown me. Not just during this build, but on a lot of my other builds. So my friends, I present to you the Lindberg remake of the Shining Spoils of the Scallywag model kit. I did a few little extras on it. It was in glow-in-dark plastic, glow-in-the-dark, so I decided to put the green lights in because I liked the glow, and I decided to light the candelabra as well. I hope you like it, enjoy the video, and I hope you enjoyed the build. Happy Halloween. Hello once again, my friends, and welcome to another video. Fellow model lovers, this video is going to be the conclusion of my build. This was the Halloween build of 2022. This was the Jolly Roger series, and we did the Shining Spoils of the Scallywag. That was in 1/12 scale. Now, I had done a few different things to kind of customize the model. It was in glow-in-the-dark plastic, and ever since I was a kid, I was just fascinated with glow-in-the-dark plastic models. And I figured what we would do is we would put in the green lights and a couple extra goodies, like I wanted to light the candelabra that was in the pile of riches. So let me just go ahead and show you guys. This was the model, and you can see what the model looks like finished on the box. You can see he's got a parrot on his shoulder and his uniform, and he's standing on is what appears to me to be plunder. And you can see he's in kind of a cave, so you figure it's all musty and dank for hundreds of years. Now with mine, there's a few things that I would change if I were to re-back and do my kit. I was a big fan, like I said, of the glow-in-the-dark plastic, and I wanted to keep that glow-in-the-dark plastic. So on the bare plastic, I painted everything else, but I left the bones kind of bare. And I kind of put a dry brush on it to kind of age the bones a bit. And it didn't come out exactly the way I wanted. If I was to go back, I'd probably do what they did on on this one, on the cover. I would paint them maybe a white or off yellow, and then try to age them that way. One of the things that I did, I put the lights into the guy's head in the treasure chest, and into the skull that was on the pile, as well as in the chest of the captain. Another thing I did differently was I couldn't understand why there would be a normal parrot on his shoulder. I figured it'd be cool if it was like a zombie parrot or a bone skeleton parrot, but I decided to make mine a raven. Also on the bottom of the pile, you can see there are some spoils. There are plates. Well, you can't really see the plates in this illustration, but you can see the candelabra. And being different, I wanted to make it different or special, so I ran fiber optics and I actually lighted my candelabra. See on the back, you might be able to see it a little bit better. Yeah, you can see the plates a little bit better. And the inspiration I had for the plates was the first class dining section of the RMS Titanic. So I wanted to put the blue around the edges. And I think once the decals went on, the plates really came out. You can see the sword and all the bones that are laid out. Now, because I put an LED into the skull, I had to kind of bunch the bones together to kind of hide the wires. So that's basically the kit. So let me show you guys the finished product. Again, I'm happy with the way it came out, but if I was to redo it, I would actually paint the bones, because it would have more of a finished look, because I put a lot of paint into the rest to make it look weathered and aged. And the clothing, even his musket, and again, the bones look kind of bare. The problem that I had with the treasure chest was that it's got 2 pins that go into little openings, and one of them, when I had gotten the kit and opened up, it was already broken off. Now when I was doing the wiring underneath, because there's a lot of wiring under here, and the treasure chest ended up breaking off, so I had to re-glue it. If that happens again, I'm going to have to drill and put little paperclip pieces in to kind of anchor it into place, but hopefully it won't break again. Hopefully you can see on the inside you got the red, because I wanted to make it like a velvet inside lining, but over the test of time it's become moldy, full of mildew, and really mushy. The wood is starting to get soft, and the metal is getting corroded, and the mildew and the mold. Same thing with the ship's wheel. I designated where a light source was coming from, and then we kind of put the moss in that area. But the ship's wheel will be a little more durable than a treasure chest would. And again, you can look in. I don't know if you can see, let me zoom in, if you can see the wicks for the candelabra. Yeah, you might not be able to see that until they're actually on. Going around to the other side, I'll show you guys a closer look at the plates. Again, my inspiration was from the Titanic. I thought the blue on the outside looked really good, and I love the decals. When this kit was originally released, I don't think there were any decals with it, but I love the options you get. Same thing with the chalice or the goblet. Hopefully you can see the little decals on there, little skull, it's little designs. And we did the sword. The sword, the goblet, the plates, and the candelabra were all molded in the plastic. And when I had first painted the base, it was all gold, and then I put some silver for the pieces of 8, and then I put copper as well. But the problem was it was too shiny. It looked too nice. And you figure if even gold, if it's been somewhere for hundreds of years, in a dank place, eventually it's going to get kind of like a covering of must and mildew. So that's what we did. We went and we aged it. You can see the captain's shoes. Oh, well, the bones. They gave us a few bones. You can see I put a foot on the other side of the wheel, along with a looks like a femur. We got another foot over here. I think that's the remains of this guy, and that's probably his sword. And I decided to light him. We light the inside of his skull. Same thing with the guy in the treasure chest. I thought it would be pretty cool, even with the spider on his head. So we ran a light from the underneath. So the lights are in him. The treasure chest skull lights up. This skull lights up. Running up to the captain himself, we have that eerie glow when he appears. So we have his chest lighting up, and we have the candelabra. So that being said, let me show you guys the wiring. So I know it looks like a mess, but trying to get there's not a lot of room. You can see the base itself does not have a lot of room to work with. So basically, when I ran the wires, I connected them all. I had to attach everything with hot glue. And that little piece of aluminum foil is actually where the fiber optics are running in. So let me go ahead, I'm going to put it on. You get the little switch. Now I didn't glue this into position because we need to be able to change the batteries, but everything fits nicely underneath the base, and hopefully you can see the light shining through for the candelabra. And it's got that flickering kind of action where it's actually like candles. And my thought was that would only light up when the captain appears. And you can see the green lights. One of them that's in his chest. I love that glow-in-the-dark green. And I figure I could get it with the lights, the green LEDs. I'm using, I believe these are, I think they're 3mm LEDs. And we got them in a captain as well as the skull on the base. And we covered up the wires by placing the bones around them. And you figure what magic he did have. He was destroyed by the captain. Can't really say killed because he's a skeleton. And the guy in the treasure chest. And the captain is going to defend his plunder. You can see his hat. You know, it's funny because this hat makes me think of, I don't know if you guys ever saw Fast Times at Ridgemont High. You remember that kid that worked at the fish and chip place where he's actually driving home, or he's going to make a delivery, and he comes to a stoplight and he looks over and there's girls that are looking at him and smiling, and he thinks they're flirting until he looks in the rearview mirror and he sees he's got that captain's hat on. Then he gets embarrassed and he quits the job. He throws the hat out the window along with the delivery. But that's what I think of every time I look at this hat. And you can see his raven took the place of the parakeet. And I tried to put red eyes. Now I wanted to put, in a perfect world, I would have ran fiber optic from the raven's eyes and from the orbs of the captain's skull. And we would have brought it down into the base, into what's lighting the candelabra. And we could have made the eyes of the captains like that, as well as the raven's eyes. I thought that would have been great. But I didn't think of that till later. I actually did put the fiber optics into the orbs of the captain's skull. And I ran it down to the base of the skull. I was hoping that the light, the pointing light, would have gone up and traveled into his vertebrae to the base of his skull where I had the fiber optics, and it would have lit his eyes. But sadly, it didn't travel that far. You can see actually where it stops. So that's another mistake on my part. But if you want to do that to yours, it would look great. Maybe you could run the fiber optics all the way down into the base and maybe put it to a red light. That would look fantastic with his eyes glowing. And I just think it looks so cool with the candelabra. And that's basically my version of the Jolly Roger Shining Spoils of the Scallywag model kit. Be interesting to see the original release, to see how things have changed, see if it was retooled or if it was basically the same. I think this one came with more options for the decals as opposed to the original. I don't know if the original had decals. I'll have to check into that. But, well, my friends, this was the Halloween build for 2022. And there was a couple of things that I was pondering doing. And we've got the future Halloween builds coming up. One of them, along the lines of this guy, is we have the Forgotten Prisoner of Castle Mere. That'd be a pretty fun model to do when we get to that. So my friends, thank you so much, and I hope you guys are having a great fall. And from me and from the captain, happy Halloween.